In this video, I'll show you how to automate lead generation from Yellow Pages Kenya using N8N, Apify, and OpenAI. If you've ever copied business contacts one by one, this will save you hours. By the end, you'll have a working automation that scrapes business names, phones, emails, and websites, verifies emails, and sends verified leads directly into Google Sheets, all automatically. Quickly, the tools we'll use: N8N is our automation builder, Apify runs the Yellow Pages Kenya, OpenAI converts plain chat into structured JSON the scraper needs, then we have Reoon validates email, and Google Sheets stores the verified leads. Links, the system prompts, and example JSON are in the video description. Let's build it. Let us name our workflow Yellow Pages Scraper. Next, we will add our chat trigger. Then next we'll add our OpenAI message model. We put our credentials and the operation is messenger model. Then next we will add our model to message its 4 mini or a similar capable model. For the prompt, I will attach it in the description and copy and paste it here. We will paste our prompt here. This will be the system prompt, so we will put it as system prompt. We want to toggle output content as JSON so that we can get our content as JSON, and we will toggle this to fixed. And then we will add another message, which will be the message that we get from our chat input. So let us first open chat and type find 5 restaurants. Okay, we'll send that, and now the information we get isn't accurate because we haven't configured the chat input, so we drop the chat input here, and that's it. Now we can configure it, and when we go to JSON, we can see the search term is restaurants and the max items is 5, so this works well. We'll go ahead and save our workflow, and that's it for the first 2 nodes. Now you'll have JSON like this. This structured request will be passed to Apify. Next, we'll connect to Apify in a new tab, sign into Apify and search for the Yellow Pages Kenya actor. Open the page, you'll see the price per run and actor details. We'll call this actor from N8N using Apify's API. In Apify, go to settings, API and integrations, and create a new API token. Name it something like YPK scraper. After that, we'll go back to our Yellow Pages Kenya scraper, and on the top right part of the screen, we will click on API. And then the drop down menu will take us to API and endpoints. And then from here, we want to get the integration or the URL for run actor sync and get data set items. So we see the method is post, and you can see the URL that we have been given. So we can copy the URL. We will need it in a few seconds. Okay, so in N8N we will add our HTTP request, and then we set the method as post. For the URL, we are going to paste the one that we just copied, and it's important for you to first create the API token for Apify so that when you copy the URL that we just copied, it carries all the information. You don't have to come and configure the token and the actor ID. All these are included in the URL. So we'll set it to fixed, and then next we will set the headers, and for this we will go back to API endpoints and open up the run actor sync and datasets, the one that we just used. We view API references. This will give us more information on the headers and the body that you're supposed to use. We can see the header is content type and application stroke JSON. So we will copy this content type and paste it here for the name. And then for the value, this is the one that we use, application stroke JSON. Make sure you copy exactly as it is because it might bring problems if you don't configure it well. We will add another perimeter, and for this one, it's for the authorization. We copy that, paste it here, and we go back to get the value, which is bearer tokens. Copy that and paste it here. So for the bearer, we are going to use the same API we had here. So just after token is equals, copy this API. We'll toggle that to fixed, and then we are going to paste it here. Yes, like that. So remember, it's important to have the space here. Next, we are going to send headers, and we are going to define them by JSON using the field, using JSON for the specify body. We will go back to our Yellow Pages actor. And then for the body, this is the body that we are going to copy. So copy all of it the way it is, and we are going to paste it here. Now it's time to configure it so that it can be a variable. We will remove the hotels and place the search item right there. You can see for this one, it says restaurants because it's the one that we just used to search. And for max item, delete that. Max items, set it as the message, and you can see for the output we have max items as 5 and the search term is restaurants. Good. Now we have configured our HTTP request. We can go ahead and call it Apify run sync. Good. We can execute the step. If we go back to our actor, we can see that it's running. So this means that the integration is good and the actor will give us our results, and it's done. So these are our results. Really nice. So we have restaurants. We have the 5 restaurants, and we have their names, their phone numbers, their emails, their addresses, and their websites. For the one that doesn't have a website, you'll get another. The website is important to help us to do the research, pin this data. Now we will go to Reoon, the email verifier we'll be using. Create a new account if you don't have one. In the home page, we will go to API and integrations, and then we will create a new API. You can still name it as YPK scraper. Scroll down to the quick mode. That's the one that we are going to use, and we can see the method is get request HTTP, and in the URL that is given we can see that we need to input our email value and our key value. This will be important, so we will copy the URL. Back in NA10 we will go ahead and add the HTTP request. As we saw, the method is get. We'll go ahead and paste the URL that we just copied, delete the email figure, and map our own email so that it can be a variable. Every time a new email comes through, it will be the email JSON that will be input. For the key, we will go back to Reoon and copy our API key. Go ahead and paste it at the key value. Good, and that's it. Add a loop node and connect the dataset into it. This node makes NA10 send one email at a time to Reoon to avoid rate limits in the quick mode that we use. Delete all this and plug the loop branch into Reoon. Insert a wait node between Reoon HTTP request and the return data we send back to the loop node, and set the wait to 5 seconds. HTTP request, the node execute successfully. So next we are going to add our if node, and then for the if node we are going to say if the email is true it can accept mail. We bring the value here, and for this one let's change it to boolean and say is equal to true, like that. So now let's execute our step. You can see the emails are all verified. From the table you can see all emails can accept mail. We are almost done with our automation. The next step is to add a Google Sheet node, but first create a spreadsheet with columns: business name, industry, email, email verified, phone, website, and address. Alright, now let's move on to Google Sheets. In the search bar, type Google Sheets, then select the option Append or Update row in Sheet. With our Google Sheet credentials already connected, we can now configure this node. Under Document, I've labeled mine YPK Scraper. For the sheet, we'll choose Sheet 1. And for the column to match on, select business name. Now under values to send, let's start mapping the data. For business name, we'll pull it from the Apify node on the left-hand schema. For industry, we'll use the search term from the OpenAI node. The email comes from the Eve node, and the verified email field also comes from the Eve node using accept mail variable. Next, phone, website, and address all come from the Apify node result. Once that's done, go ahead and execute the Google Sheet node, and great, it works perfectly. You should now see all the script data neatly added to your Google Sheet. And that's it. You've just built a complete lead generation automation that scrapes data from Yellow Pages, verifies emails, and updates Google Sheet automatically. The next add-on will take it further. We'll build an enrichment workflow that researches each business, gathers key insights, and prepares data for personalized outreach. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it, and let me know in the comments what workflow you'd like me to build next. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.